Whoop, whoop-a.
Testing, 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 testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. I believe we have thoroughly tested everything we need to test. Hello, you beautiful human beings. Beautiful. Every single one of you. Ravishing, some might say. The best people, some might say. That I would be that guy that would say that. Hello, hello, hello. I think I have finally rested up for the stock. We'll tone the jams down. That was just a little bit loud there. Hurting my eardrum. But I think I am finally rested up. I think I'm finally rested up from meat stock. We just ended the fast early. I was shooting for a 72-hour fast, and I decided to listen to my body today. My body was just screaming for nutrition, screaming for food. So I gave in. We made it 60... See, I just finished eating, and I think about 9 would have been. So we made it around 65 hours. Made it around 65 hours. I'm super content with that. The weigh-in. Wait till you see the weigh-in today, because my goodness, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I can't wait to flex it a little bit. I was very, very concerned that I was going to gain weight after meat stock. The cheese was enough to allure anyone. Doesn't matter how strong your resolve was. That cheese was good. That cheese was good. Miller's Bio Farm. They just kept bringing me back. They just kept bringing me back. So we are starting a little early today. I forgot that I had an obligation this evening. I have a dear friend that I have not spent time with in a while that finally has some free time. Y'all know how adulting is, and trying to coordinate life and hanging out with people and kids and school and this and that and family and dogs and road trips and vacations and work and all this stuff, trying to balance all that. I finally have a chance to hang out with a near and dear friend of mine tonight, so I will be doing that. It's 2 p.m. Eastern now. We will likely go till around 4 p.m. or there's no one watching me, which... who knows which is going to hit first? Who knows which is going to hit first? Another side note. Another big side note. Let me see if I still got the window open here. Shit, I do not. Don't forget, tomorrow, if you guys are interested, I will be doing the Meeting Wellness Podcast. We will be doing the Meeting Wellness Podcast tomorrow morning. That is 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern Time with Christy. Very, very excited to go on there. Very excited to talk about meat stock. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Going to be a very, very good time. We'll get to dissect meat stock a little bit, so I actually have to try and remember what happened during meat stock, which... my memory's not so good. I know what happened. I was there. I remember things, but trying to put that into words and explain it to other people, not my strongest suit. Not my strongest suit. But we have a very cheesy day coming up. That being said, the cheese is gone. I have not had cheese since Sunday. I miss it. I miss it. I miss it. I miss it. But we got to be done. We got to be done. Cheese just bulks me up. Cheese wants me to stay a 600-pound blimp man. A blimp. Goodyear Bill. The Goodyear Bill, if you will. Could you imagine an inflatable version of me flying over the Super Bowl? Shit. Be the size of the stadium. Here he comes. Floating. But, yeah. All right, we got some cool stuff to check out. We're going to check out some Guga. Apparently they did some things with some Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper, also known as barbecue water. I believe they aged some steak in that, so we're going to check that out and go from there. We're going to go from there. It's 2 p.m. now. We'll wait till about 2:45. Probably 2:45 we'll do the weigh-in sneak peek. I should still have it up here if everything is... going together. Uh-oh. That is a massive gray screen. There we go. There we go. There we go. There you go. Like I said, we have a very, very cheesy day coming up. Very cheesy day. Let me compress these down just a little bit so they're a little more tidy. Gotta compress them. There we go. Now that is a nice, neat, edited video right there. Beautiful, some might say. The best video, they say. Let's hope it is. Let's hope it is. Weigh-ins have been kind of hit or miss on the view front lately, so we'll find out what's going on there. We will check that out momentarily. Let's see what happened with dry aging a steak in Dr. Pepper. Actually, no, I'm incorrect about that. That wouldn't be a dry age, right? That's a wet age? Is that a thing, wet aging? I'm still new to meat and cooking and all this stuff. You'd think at almost 40 years old I'd know these sort of things, but, 30 years of takeout and delivery will do that. Will do that. Let's take it to Google.
Alton.
Yes.
And Alton
My
Brown.
good friend Alton Brown.
How are you?
Hi, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Google.
I got a question for you.
Yep.
I do some crazy experiments with meat,
Yeah,
and I
me
want to
too.
dedicate one to you.
I always forget, what's Alton Brown's show on the actual, I think it's Food Network. I forget. He has a show on there. It's really, really good. Really good.
Type of thing can you think of that I have not dry
I don't watch it much, but wifey watches it all the time.
aged steaks with, and it will
Tournament of
be a
Champions.
representation of Alton Brown.
Tournament.
I want
Tournament.
you to combine
Tournament of Champions, man. myself.
teriyaki and Dr.
Gotta
Pepper.
forgive me, the tism grabbed hold there for a second and made me do the stutter.
Because it balances. Both have enough salt.
The bippity
especially
boppity,
teriyaki.
what the
But
fuckity, if you will.
the sweetness from the Dr. Pepper, as well as the carbonic fizz, I think is going to bring something to the
The
party.
carbonic
How long
fizz.
should I go for? I usually let things soak for quite some time because we want deep penetration. But please.
6 months then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 6 months.
Half a year, dry-aged Alton Brown.
It's wet aged.
Half a year, wet-aged Alton
See,
Brown
I was right.
experiment coming up now.
Now, I'm sure you are familiar with Dr. Pepper, but just in case you're
Dr.
not,
Pepper.
there's a huge difference between the canned stuff and this, the original Dr. Pepper. You see, Dr. Pepper was created in 1885 by a pharmacist in Texas, and it is one of the oldest soft drinks in the United States.
Great,
Now,
it's a
obviously,
nice
Alton
tonic
Brown
to heal
loves
your
this
ills
stuff,
you.
but like I said before, there's a huge difference between the canned stuff and the original. This one uses canned sugar, so I'm hoping that it's going to be better. So I went ahead and grabbed my steak. It's 2.5 inches ribeye, nice and thick and prime grade. Now for the teriyaki sauce. Now I can go ahead.
Tomorrow, by the way, after I do the Meeting Wellness podcast, is my shopping day. So I should have a grocery haul. We're going to have a cooking video tomorrow. But tomorrow's the day I'm going to see if Sam's Club will be willing to take my sneaky little chuck steaks. We're going to see the... Oh, forgive me, I can't talk today. I had an appointment yesterday. They diagnosed some mental things going on, so we're finally getting some answers as to why I'm like this. But tomorrow will be our big shop day. I'm going to see if Sam's Club will be willing to custom cut chuck steaks. I'm very curious on that because if I could bump up their chuck steaks to like 2 inches, oh baby, even like 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches is huge, you know what I'm saying?
And use this one right here, but that would not do its justice. I have to make teriyaki from scratch, and for that I got a Japanese master chef.
This is Chef Hiro, a true Japanese chef. And let's be honest, much more qualified than me to make this sauce. Hiro-san, Alton Brown told me to soak a steak in Dr. Pepper. What do you think it's gonna happen?
Be honest, I never had a drink with Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
But in all fairness, first he told me to coat the steak in teriyaki sauce, then Dr. Pepper. And that's why I'm here. So I need you to teach me how to make teriyaki sauce.
Sure. Okay, first we need to burn out alcohol.
Oh, burn off the alcohol. Okay, sounds good.
The sake and mirin. Let's go.
Oh, just like that.
Just like that.
Now, if we don't burn off the alcohol, Hiro, it's gonna be
Ugh.
bitter. Is that the reason?
Bless me.
Yeah.
Good
Then
heavens.
after soy sauce. After that, sugar.
Sugar.
Okay. And now, very important, you have to watch it. It's just
It sucks that when it comes to teriyaki, I already have to bow out of the equation considering it's just alcohol and sugar so far. So in other words, sugar and sugar.
Yeah.
So now all he's doing is reducing the sauce so that he can get a nice consistency.
Yes. Now, teriyaki sauce is finished.
Wow, that looks beautiful. Nice gloss, not too thick. Very nice.
Good luck.
Good luck. Yes, I'm gonna need it. Thank you, Chef Hiro.
Thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
はい、どういたしまして。
As soon as I got back, I went ahead and started reducing the sauce. You just gotta heat it up a little. Cause in the end, check it out. This will now work perfectly.
Teriyaki
So I went
is
ahead
good,
and
though.
went for
It is
it.
good.
Adding a generous amount of teriyaki sauce first. And I'll be honest with you, the sauce that Chef Hiro make is smelling fantastic. Once the steak was fully covered, I transferred it to a container and I went immediately with the Dr. Pepper. And I'm not quite sure what was happening as I was getting some type
There's
of
some sort of
reaction.
science going
Don't
on
ask
there
me
for
what
sure.
those bubbles and things are, because I tell you one thing, friends, even though it looked kind of weird, it was smelling really good. So into my refrigerator it goes for 6 months. But there was a problem.
Good morning, everybody, and something has happened, and I must send a video to my good friend Alton Brown. And I have done it. I literally did it, and I want to show you what it's looking like because things are a little bit different than what I'm normally used to. You are an expert at this, and I need your opinion.
Clearly, I'm not an expert because an expert wouldn't have probably told you to do that. And quite frankly, I just thought it would be fun.
Here it is in better lighting, brother. Take a look at this. I mean, I don't know what those things are over it.
What's basically happened is it kind of like cured the outside. But all that white stuff, beige stuff floating around, I don't know what that is unless it's actually, yeah.
Take a look at this. What do you think?
But Alton, I can't. We need to cook this right now. And it has only been a week. So after removing it from the container, I pat it dry really good.
Really?
And it
We're
was
not gonna get an
smelling
answer
great.
as to what
As
that
I held
stuff
it in my
was?
hand, a few things stands out. Number one,
Just a little mutilated fizz from the soda? Was it a life form? Lord willing, it wasn't a life form. You don't want to be cooking extra life forms. I just spilled salter all over my desk. Maybe I'm not fully rested from meat stock yet. Maybe not. I'm having a day here. I am absolutely having a day. Back to
one, tenderness. This thing is literally falling apart. Second, the fibers are completely opened. Third, it smells like chocolate, like Nutella. So now I'm extremely excited. Since this thing is completely falling apart on me, I went ahead and tied it up. Because I tell you one thing, I'm looking forward to this. However, this steak is not enough for all of us. So since we went with Dr. Pepper because Alton Brown loved it, while I was growing up, there was one drink that I loved more than most. And it was not soda. It was actually guarapo, also known as sugarcane juice. It is fresh, sweet,
So much sugar
light,
going on.
slightly grassy, but
Let's take a
extremely
perfectly good
refreshing.
steak and
If you've never had
smother it in
guarapo, friends,
sugar.
give it a try. But there's another ingredient that I also love, and that would be butter and garlic.
Okay,
Oh yes.
okay,
So
you got
here's
me
what I
back,
came
you
up
got me
with.
back,
I
Luca,
first
you
started
got
with
me
some
back.
butter. I melt that down on a skillet and threw in a generous amount of garlic. As soon as it was nicely golden brown, I took it out and chopped it up. Then I got some room temperature butter, whisked it real good, added the guarapo, whisked it a little bit more, and I went straight with the golden brown garlic. Then I went ahead and mixed it a little bit more, and this thing was ready for the steak. So I went ahead and started spreading the whole thing on the steak. The more the better. The key is that whenever
The
you
more
use
the
butter,
better.
you gotta make sure you cover the entire steak. If not, it will oxidize and it will not be as good. So I made sure of that, because once I was done, into my dry ager it went. Now remember the Dr. Pepper one? Extremely tender, and it was only for a week. This one, on the other hand, I have to take it out now too to make a fair comparison. But I want you to take a look how well butter preserves steaks. Remember, the goal here was to go for 6
That's crazy,
months.
the seal
So
you
I
get
knew
on
that
that.
this was gonna last, but the Dr. Pepper had something else in mind. After
Actually, looks like it cleans up super easy too. Some of these things that he dips it in and ages it in, you see him trying to break it apart after the fact. Oh my God, it seems like nightmare fuel. Man probably does it for 2 seconds and has some helpers doing it after that off screen.
Moving all of the guarapo butter, I was left with a beautiful steak that smelled wonderful, but not much has changed.
smelled
So I'm curious
wonderful.
to see how this one is gonna taste. And in order to have a true comparison, check it out. I got a fresh one, the Dr. Pepper one, and the guarapo. I kept the seasoning real simple, with a generous
Salt and
amount of
pepper.
salt and black pepper, nothing else. Because once this was ready, I want to let them rest at room temperature for 30 minutes so that the salt
I'll tell you what, being as I recently reintroduced pepper into my diet, I've kind of kicked it already. I've kind of kicked it to the curb. I don't know why. I just don't seem to like it as much anymore. I just really don't. I feel like I kind of feel worse when I have peppers. So we're just going to probably take it right back out of the diet again. I am also, I'm briefly going to mention this. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet. I am considering going back onto Lion for 30 days. Doing another 30-day re-up of Lion. Just to see how I feel. Making sure I'm incredibly strict while I do it. We might actually do it for June. I'm thinking about doing it for June because my next planned cheat day, will be the 4th of July. 4th of July, I absolutely will be doing a little cheating. Probably some food. But for America's birthday, you know I got to be having some bourbon. I go to my friend's lake house every year. I pull the American flag off the side of her house. I turn it into a cape. And I drink bourbon flying around on a boat. That's my 4th of July, and that'll be my next cheat day. Roche! Roche! What's going on? What's going on in Portugal today? Hopefully your guys' weather is better than ours. The weather just needs to stop. The weather in Pennsylvania needs to stop. We were in Gatlinburg for meat stock, and it was 75 degrees the entire time. 75 degrees and sunny, almost not a cloud in the sky the entire time we were there. Stunning. The best temperature there is. Mid-70s is the best temperature, hands down. I will debate that all day long. Light rain today? Yeah, it's been raining here. So we had just the best possible conditions in Tennessee, and then we drove back up here, and it has been rainy. It's like 45 degrees again right now. It is utterly freezing again. So my joints are aching. I feel inflamed. I just blah. I just very much blah, if you know what I mean. I can't take it anymore. I just need it to get warm, and I need it to stay warm. Just number one for my sanity, but number two for my cartilage, because the back and forth really messes with me. Then I'm sick of it, nature. I'm sick of it. Be warm. Just be warm. Please be warm. That's all I want. That's all I want. How's work going, though,
penetrate
Reggie?
deeply into the steak.
guys super,
As
super
that was
busy?
going, it was perfect because it allowed me time to go ahead and make an awesome side dish. And this one is from Alton Brown. To make it, it's quite simple. Check it out. We first need a quick rub. First, adding some cumin, followed by smoked paprika, mustard powder, onion powder, chipotle pepper, and finish it off with some garlic powder. Now mix everything well, and this is your rub. Set this aside. Now before we can begin cooking our filling, which is going to be fantastic, you got another mix to make, which is into a bowl, throw in some brown sugar, followed by some ketchup, mustard, tomato paste, malt vinegar, Worcestershire sauce, and liquid smoke.
4 egg and 4 egg white omelet for dinner. That sounds delicious. I just had 486 grams of steak and 4 jumbo eggs. And that's probably all I'm going to eat all day. I also just came off of a fast. Last month, I've been at an all-time high for my weight loss journey. As far as like gaining weight, you gained weight, or are you at like a super good spot? Super good spot. Wording I don't get. I am at a new all-time low today. I will have a sneak peek on the weigh-in coming up here in about 15 minutes because it's going to go live at 3 p.m. So I want to make sure it is actually and truly a sneak peak. Super good spot. Love that. Love that. You, me both. You, me both. I actually did very, very good over meat stock. I did very, very good for taking a road trip and being on the go 5 days and dealing with massive inflammation and eating dairy again at the event. Kind of eating, not bad. I didn't eat bad at all while we were down there, but I'm down from 120 to 110. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. It's no easy feat. It's no easy feat. How long did it take you to drop that 10 kilo?
Now make sure to mix that real good, and this is what you should be left with. Now set this aside. Now into a pan, throw in some oil, followed by onions. Start to cook them for a little bit, and immediately go in with your ground beef. Now go ahead and cook them until they're fully cooked. I like to use this tool here that makes the job easier. This is a lifesaver. Now go ahead and season it with salt and pepper.
I think as of today, I am
down.
I ain't going to show you a sneak peek yet. I am down 63.4 kilos as of today. It was a bit fast. Yeah, I would surmise you probably did lose some muscle on that one. I would very much assume so if you lost it that fast. But I don't know. I've lost 25 pounds in a month before and maintained muscle through the whole thing. I actually gained muscle one time. So who knows? Who knows? It's really hard to tell sometimes. Your body's just kind of a guessing game a lot of the time. But yeah, today I am down 63.4 kilo as of today. It's my total weight loss. We are very much closing the gap. We're getting close to the 300s. We're getting close to the 300s, which I never thought was going to happen in my lifetime. Never thought I was going to get there again, and we are closing the gap on it. We are also very, very close. Very close. Probably within 2 weeks of hitting 150 pounds lost. We're within like 2 weeks of hitting 150 pounds lost. Kilo, I don't know what that would be. 68 kilo? Somewhere around there. Probably like 66 to 68 kilos, somewhere in there. I'm starting to get a little better at the conversion in my head. I'm still not fantastic, but I'm getting there. All right, back to the Alton Guga combination.
See how fatty it is? Here's a quick trick to remove some of the fat if you don't want that much. Just use a paper towel, but don't remove too much, because we all know fat is flavor. Now go ahead and add your dry mix, stir and combine everything together. You should start having a wonderful smell and color. Once that's fully mixed, throw in your wet mix. Now go ahead and mix that in, and there's one special ingredient I completely forgot, but that's okay. I made a quick well and threw in some garlic.
Using fat as well? Oh, absolutely.
Fried out,
look at my face. You can tell.
I added some green onions.
I'm starting to notice it so much more in my face, like the chin. Look at my chin. Starting to disappear. This is going to be, all right, so like this level of chin right here, this is going to stay right here. That side, yeah, the one in the purple is crazy. So basically, this level of chin right here is going to stay till the bitter end. I used to have a chin like this even when I was like my ideal weight in high school, so the double chin is going to be the last thing to go. But yeah, that side profile was nuts. That really put stuff in perspective for me. That truly put things in perspective. I could show that one right now. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I know I have it here somewhere. That we can look at. Yeah. Where is it? There you go. Oh, as my big fat head blocks the view. There you go, right there. Crazy, right? Crazy. Look at the difference, dude. Look at the difference on that. That's insane. I'll tell you what, though. I have to give that shirt credit. Because that shirt just fit no matter what. Almost 600 pounds, the shirt fit. Looked decent. 420 pounds, the shirt fit and still looked decent. You got to give a lot of credit to that shirt. You really do. That is just a flexible, pliable shirt. Form-fitting, if you will. Strong testament to the clothes from DXL and Reebok. Reebok, by the way, if you need a sponsor, I'm your guy. Or champion. Advanced shirt tech? It really is, dude. I want to find out what kind of material it is because it just looks good. And I bought 2 more of those shirts. I just went clothes shopping right before meat stock, and I bought 2 more of these shirts. I got a pink one and then like a green one. And they are the exact same material. So I am super excited for that. I am also, here's the shit part. I bought new clothes right before meat stock. We went and spent a couple $100 on clothes right before meat stock. I'm already almost shrunk out of them from last week. I should have gone smaller. Because these clothes are going to be too big. In a matter of another 2 months, these clothes we just spent hundreds of dollars on probably won't even fit anymore. I'll be double belting to hold them up. You know what I mean? It's gonna be bad.
Now the green
should have gone smaller, but
it's
hindsight being what it is.
But I just love it. So this is,
and it's also I don't want to get caught in the trap. I'm just gonna start wearing very baggy clothes that don't fit, that are way too loose. I'm just gonna wear the baggy stuff because I don't want to spend a couple $100 on clothes like every 3 months. I don't want to do that. Spending all that money for clothes that won't fit in a couple months, it's foolish. It's foolish. It was worth it on this one because I needed some new stuff, some new threads for meat stock, so it worked really well. But that's probably the last time I'm going to do that. I'll keep shrinking down my undershirts and my underpants because, well, I just need to. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I think I'm going to be able to get away with one more, Rochi. I think I'm going to be able to get away with one more. So I'll probably have right around 350, I'm thinking. 350, I should be able to maintain what I do have right now. Maybe not, though. I do have a bunch of old clothes, too. I have a bunch of old clothes that I'm slowly working towards fitting in again. I think I have like 8 or 9 pairs of pants. I have Carhartt pants, I have jeans, I have dress pants, I have all sorts of stuff that I'll probably need to be. I tried to put the pants on yesterday and I probably need to lose at least another 50 pounds before I'll get in those. So luckily I do have a lot of stuff that's rapidly approaching where I'm going to be able to wear it soon. I do have that going for me. So we got one good angle here. I always saved it because it was really, really nice clothes. I didn't want to toss them. And I always had that hope in the back of my mind that I'd be able to wear them again. And just knowing that we're getting close. Very riveting stuff. Very riveting
Next,
stuff.
I went ahead and grabbed myself some of these, which I love to use. So I went ahead and opened one up, added 1 slice of American cheese, followed by the filling we just made, and a tiny bit of pickles. Now you want to go ahead and close your ball. Just make sure to crimp it towards the end.
I had to make 4. Oh my God, dude. I drilled one to go to, I had to go to a funeral a couple of weeks ago. Like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I went to a funeral. And I did not have a new belt, so I had to use my old belt. Oh my God. Benny Bob! Yeah, I announced last night. Sorry, I didn't put it in Discord. I put it on X, Facebook, and I put a YouTube post up that I was going to be live at 2 p.m. today. I have an obligation. I have a near and dear, very close friend of mine who is constantly busy with work, kids, life, everything in between, and we finally have a chance to hang out tonight, so I am going to spend some time with a near and dear homie this evening. The only chance I'm going to have for another 2 or 3 weeks. We got some cool stuff, though. Cool stuff. The weigh-in, we will look at the weigh-in here in about 15 minutes. We'll do our sneak peek of the weigh-in because I already have the weigh-in uploaded to TikTok and YouTube. It'll go live at 3 p.m., so I want to make sure the sneak peek actually is, in fact, a sneak peek. But awesome stuff coming up. I am now... Oh, let's talk about this one. So now I am 100% confirmed. 100% confirmed I will be going to the Hack Your Health convention this November. Very, very excited about that. If anyone is interested in going to Hack Your Health, I do have a discount code to get like $100 off of tickets. It's going to be an amazing event. It's going to be really, really good. I've also never been to Florida, so awesome chance there. The hosts of the event, Hack Your Health themselves, reached out to me and want me to do some stuff for them, so it's going to be really cool. Really, really cool, but I'm super excited about that, and the friend I'm actually going to hang out with tonight is going to be coming with me to Hack Your Health because wifey is going to be very, very busy with contract stuff during that time and unable to join, sadly. Meat Stock 2027 is already live. If you guys want to do Meat Stock next year, the tickets are up right now. I am telling you, they are going to sell out fast. Meat Stock 2027. If you guys do have any interest in going, those tickets are going to sell out fast. I think VIP is already sold out. As far as I know. I looked yesterday and there was like 60 VIP tickets left. I keep refreshing the page, by the way. I got the... where did I just throw that page to? Oh, okay. I went to there. Oops, there we go. I keep refreshing the Meat Stock page because I'm waiting to see if my picture is going to be on the page. I sent my picture over to the creator of Meat Stock today. I keep refreshing the page to see if I'm going to show up in the speakers list. Super pumped for it. Super pumped. I've been refreshing it for like 3 hours. I got to stop doing it. But I kept refreshing it, and now all these new spaces, 5 new spaces lined up. So I'm hoping when those appear, I'm going to be one of those. I'm really hoping I'll be one of those. I will cry tears of joy. I will cry tears of joy if I made it to the main page for them. Will do. All right. I also broke my fast early today. I could not make 72 hours on this fast. My body was screaming for sustenance. So about an hour ago, I housed almost 500 grams of steak and 4 eggs. Probably going to be an OMAD type of day. I ate so many calories in that one sit down that I am likely an OMAD for the day. Not my normal 2 meals a day. Actually, let's look at my logs. Let's see where I am at overall right now, calorie-wise. Calorie-wise, we are... I'm actually probably really good on calories right now. The steak was 1225. The eggs were 382. I had 4 tablespoons of butter. There you go. Perfect for the day. I do 2,000 calories a day. That was my 1 meal a day. We hit 2,007 calories. That's actually probably going to bump up to 2,010 because I did have a G Fuel. I had some G Fuel for some caffeine. I think that has 3 calories, maybe 5 calories, something like that. So we'll have another pinch on there. But that was my OMAD for the day, and that's going to work out perfect. That's going to work out completely perfect. I am full. I am satiated. I still can tell I'm in ketosis, locked right in because I am freezing. I'm freezing. I just want to be back down in Tennessee. I just want to go back to Tennessee. It was so nice down there. So nice.
Seeds goes right on top.
All right, let's make it through this Guga video. We've been working on this Guga video for like 35 minutes now.
Because after about 20 minutes,
I keep getting sidetracked.
Sloppy Joe buns. Please listen to me. Make this. It is wonderful. It's one of those things that you cannot eat just one. So yeah, it is a perfect side dish for today's experiment. But remember, Alton Brown asked me for this crazy Dr. Pepper experiment. I have a feeling it's gonna be good, because now that we have all of our steaks ready, the only thing left to do is to go ahead and cook them. First, I'll be putting a nice wonderful sear. Once that's done, I'll be cooking them in indirect heat until they reach the internal temperature of 135. As now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to grill them, so let's do it.
I actually just took my chuck steaks, all the pile of chuck steak I just did. I actually took it up to like 145 today and it was really good. Really, really good. I kind of just went straight medium on my steak today and it was fantastic. He's always got the beats, man. He's always got the beats. Oops. Apologies.
All right, everybody, and here we got our beautiful feast. Gentlemen, what do you guys think, huh?
It's a lot of
Oh my God, he did a steak and barbecue.
That's right, I don't go cheap, everybody. Shout out to my good brother, Alton Brown.
Oh.
So he asked me for this experiment, and you know, his reaction said it all because I did show him the steak.
Alton Brown looks so scared when that thing came out.
I want you guys to give me your true, honest opinion how this tastes. Sounds like a plan?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Hey, knock on wood, by the way.
We're gonna start right here. Please dig.
Let's knock on wood. We're gonna knock on wood. We've been streaming for nearly 45 minutes. We have not had a single bot in stream.
Again, guys.
Fantastic stuff. Fantastic
Cheers.
stuff.
After 10 years of videos, steak does not get old for me. This man ate the whole thing. Felito, you went for the first bite and then you went for the second bite. What happened?
It's too good and I'm too hungry right now. You can taste that charcoal flavor.
AKA the kiss of the dragon. Felito.
I got to get a lot
Super
better at
juicy,
charcoal
so
cooking. That's a goal of mine this
delicious.
summer.
I can't
That's a
complain.
big
Can you
goal of
guys
mine
tell
this
if
summer
there's
is to do some
anything wrong with
charcoal
this
stuff.
steak?
Nope, tastes like a good control steak to me.
Yeah, is there supposed to be something wrong?
No, not at
Oh,
all.
then it's beautiful.
This is our baseline. Let's see if it's gonna go up or down from here. Let's go to the next one, please. Dig in, guys. Let's see.
This looks extremely juicy.
Yes, it is extremely juicy, and I'll be honest with you, it was so juicy before I cooked it that I had to like even try to remove some of the juiciness.
Oh my God.
No, I'm not kidding. This one of the juiciest steak ever, and not only that, the steak was also completely falling apart on me. But let me know about the taste. Cheers.
Very curious on this.
It's very different.
The flavor changes.
As you take more bites, right?
Right.
So the first initial bite, you have a flavor, and then the second bite is
If
a
it
different
retained
flavor.
any of that
It's very
sweetness
It
from the
goes
Doc
from
Pep,
sweet
I don't
to
know, man.
salty.
I don't think that would
Now
taste
that
too
salty's
good.
just kind of sitting in there. It's just kind of like chilling in my tongue. I like it. Yeah, it's pleasing. It's good. It's almost like got an Asian vibe to it.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of that.
Wow.
Normally you can tell as soon as you take a bite if it's like a sweet kind of experiment.
Yeah. It's definitely a sweet experiment.
I like it though. I mean, I don't know what it is.
Great. If you're wondering if it's bad, no, it's not bad at all. Even though it looked horrendous, it's a good steak.
Only thing I could say is
Not
that the steak flavor is heavily removed.
Yes, we actually marinated this with teriyaki sauce and Dr. Pepper.
And Dr. Pepper?
Dr. Pepper.
That's his favorite drink, by the
Dr.
way.
Pepper.
Soda, yeah.
Surprisingly, that tastes very good, but we still got our last one. But before we do, I went ahead and made a nice side dish here, inspired by my good friend Alton Brown.
I wonder
You
if
just
I
gotta
could do
grab it
something
and
like
go
those
for
little
it, 'cause there might be a
sloppy
surprise
Joe
for
wraps
you
he just
inside.
did.
You
If there's a
ready?
carnivore way to
Choose
do
an
that with like egg
let's
whites or
find out.
something,
Cheers.
I bet there's some way you could possibly do that. That sounds like a new project to tackle.
It's like a bun stuffed with a burger.
Yeah, exactly what it is. Sloppy Joe, to be specific.
Guga, this is amazing. Especially the pickles at the end there. It's perfect acidity to end everything off. This really is.
Have
like
you
kinda
all
like
ever
a
thought
Dalma
about what would
shape
happen
kind of
if you
almost. You've
combined butter
transformed Sloppy
and
Joe's.
salt into one
No, shout out
package?
to Alton Brown. It's not me.
Oh, that's right, Alton Brown.
Because I got
I'm
to
not
try
gonna
that
take
this
any
weekend.
credit on this at all.
And it was
What
the best
an
thing I've ever
incredible,
had.
delicious bite.
It was
Easily
quite
made.
literally the best
Do it
thing
at
I have
home.
ever
You guys
had.
ready for the last steak?
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm super.
All right, let's go.
Which soda you use on this one, Guga?
Oh, good question. You're gonna be surprised.
This one's extra juicy.
Ooh,
How does it smell?
like super smoky. Like too much.
Oh no, well, let's find out how it's gonna taste. Cheers.
Back too much. I feel like I hit that threshold of something being too smoky for me, like very, very low. Very, very low. It does not take much smoke flavor for me to not enjoy something.
Amazing. That doesn't
I
taste
like it,
like
but I
that
just don't
second
like it
one,
that
And it
much.
definitely don't taste like a control.
No.
What the hell did you do to that?
Oh, good question. I'll get on that real shortly. What do you think, Valito?
No, this one's really good. An extra beefy steak.
It just amplified the control.
Exactly.
It's fair to say it's the control on crack.
Yeah.
So this one is actually with real cane sugar and garlic butter. That one is incredible. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. And Alton Brown,
That's
what
got
did
to be
you
the
think of
best
this
one of the
experiment?
three.
Now that
The butter aged one. All right. Let's take our sneak peek at the weekly weigh-in. It is time. And Okay, there we go. Starting now. It's Friday, and that means it's time to step on a scale for you again. Meat stock was a truly amazing experience. However, I did have a lot of dairy while I was there. We tried out Miller Biofarm and a couple other places. I was super inflamed when I came back. My legs were looking like tree trunks again, just the inflammation for being in the car for 13 hours straight. So, I have no idea where we're going to end up here, but I'm very curious to see. Powering on the XL 700. Hello, scale. I had some cheese.
It's ready.
We were 427.4 last week. Let's see where we ended up. Where did we end up, Bill? Ooh.
420.2 pounds.
Would you look at that? Would you look at that? 2 pounds. I'm going to take that all day. Honestly, With the dairy not coming bad for a back week. in, I kind of
Not bad for a trip.
I gained a couple pounds, but we're down 5.2. So absolute win.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Scale. Thank you for your service today. Scale was very good today. Scale deserves some recognition for that. So here's the big thing. I am now 10.2 pounds away from weighing
We're so close.
412 pounds.
We're so
Now,
close.
what's so big about that benchmark, you might be asking? When we weigh 412, I will have officially lost 150 pounds in just over a year. I am dying to get there, and I'm thinking we can pull that off in the next 2 weeks if we keep going just like this. We are locked in. My tracking's looking good. The diet's looking good. Exercise is looking good. Feeling good, looking good. At the end of the day, that's what
I locked in even during the trip,
Please
Rochi.
stay
I stayed
hydrated,
on
my
track.
friends, and we'll talk to you
I
soon.
stayed on track. I will tell you what, though. I'll tell you what. When you're surrounded by 2,000 other carnivores, it's very easy to stay on track. When they are only serving carnivore dishes at the event you're at, it's very easy to stay on track. So, ease of operation. We had a real easy time staying on track. I'll tell you what, though. The first night I got back, I gained 10 pounds. When I literally stepped out of the car, the first thing I did, we got home from the trip. I came inside and I stepped on a scale because I was very curious to see how I did over the trip. I was 437. I was like 4 a.m. Tuesday morning, I was 437. That's how inflamed I was. Literally how inflamed I was. So technically from Tuesday until now, I lost, 10, close to 15 pounds. Close to 15 pounds since Tuesday is gone. Just to show, it was all water. It was all water retention and inflammation. But just how quick it can add back up, but also how quick you can get rid of it. Oh, dude, the human body is a shit show. My legs were like this big around. My calves were like this big around for being in the car for like 13 hours straight. It was such a long drive. Yeah, it was all water retention. It was pure water retention. It wasn't gaining fat. That's why I lost it so quick. That's why as soon as I came back and I locked back in for 3 days, everything was good. Or I say locked back in, I was locked in for the whole trip. But as soon as I got back and I didn't have to stress anymore about the event and where we were going, what we were doing, we were just home, peace. I could focus on things again. That weight came right back off. We still managed to push it 5.2 past what we were last week. Yeah, no, Benny, it truly was. It made it so easy to stay locked in. We stayed completely on track. We didn't do a single cheat meal. We went out to a very nice dinner one night. We just had a nice ribeye. Wifey's still doing more of a keto thing, so she ate my broccoli for me, and she gave me another chunk of her steak in return. We had very, very nice ribeyes. Aaron and Carmen, if you are watching, thank you very much again. That was so kind of you guys. But yeah, it was so easy. And it's also every booth there. You did have to watch. You had to keep your eyes on a couple of the booths there. Some of the stuff did have carbs and sugar. There was like a keto bar booth. There was the Meaties. There was a beef breakfast cereal called Meaties, which I actually have a box somewhere. I want to go grab that and show it off to you guys. There is beef breakfast cereal, and it is shockingly good. It is packed with carbs and sugar, though. It is packed with carbs and sugar, all natural stuff. They use honey as a sweetener. So it's still animal-based. It's still very, very animal-based. And if you do want to have like a little semi-keto-ish cheat meal, that's probably not a bad way to go. I did try that for sure. Trying to think, dude. We tried so many things. The biltong was amazing. Jack Links is going to have some 3-ingredient offerings starting nationwide here in like 3 months. Jack Links was there. They're actually doing a beef and salt and I forget one other. I think it's pepper, salt, and beef. It's all they're doing. Pepper, salt, beef for their new jerky coming out. They're going to have a whole bunch of variety for it. That's going to be really, really good. Miller's Biofarm, the one Bella's always talking about with like the raw cheese, raw milk, raw cottage cheese, and all the stuff she constantly eats. They were there. We ate so much of it. We ate so much of that raw cheese. It was so good. So good. I loved every second of it.
Loved every second of that. And that was my concern with just eating the dairy. So we stayed within carnivore. But I ate so much dairy, I knew I was going to blow back up. And I was concerned about gaining fat back rapidly with the amount of dairy we put in. But it appears to have worked out. It definitely appears to have worked out. That weigh-in will be out in 11 minutes, too. So that was a perfect little sneak peek. I'm sure we'll have a couple people trickle in that still want to see it. What else do we have to check out here? We got some Will Tennyson we can check out. That's a nice long one. We'll probably do that after this. Our near and dear Bumblebee Apothecary has a video out on how to perfect your homemade tallow. I really want to watch this because I'm going to talk to some places over the weekend about seeing if I can get some fat from a couple butchers. If they'll do like bulk fat for me, nice and cheap, so I can make tallow. Did the joints flare up with the dairy? Not while I was there, Rochi. Not while I was there, but like even right now they are. My joints are killing me today. I don't know if it's residual from the dairy. And I don't know if it's due to the temperature fluctuations because it keeps going 70 to 20 to, it's just the weather's all over the place. Just hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. It really messes with my joints. My cartilage hate it when it does that. Truly hates when it does that. So I don't know. I'm kind of leaning more towards the dairy, but the whole time I was there, I was fantastic. I was perfect the whole time we were there. I don't know if a lot of that was adrenaline potentially, but I don't know. It could have been. Give me 2 minutes. I'm going to go grab the box of meaties to show you guys. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick and grab a water, and I will be right back. I'm back. I'm back. 100%, I just lost another 3 pounds. I absolutely just lost another 3 pounds. Damn, I should have saved my weigh-in. I should have saved the weigh-in. We could have been down in the 14s, man. We could have been in the teens. Bear, what's up? Jammer, what's going on? Nice, Starlink, that's nice. Yeah, Starlink is really good. Starlink, from what I've heard, is really, really good. A friend of mine just got it. A friend of mine just got Starlink. He has nothing but good things to say about it. He lives very close to me, but so where I live, I'm in the middle of the country, but I'm on a main road. I'm on a paved road through town, so we do have gigabyte internet. I do have available gigabyte internet, but any of the dirt roads out here, the gigabit does not run out there, and you have to get like the slowest, worst internet you can. So my friend out there who lives like 3 miles away went Starlink, and it's been working fantastic for him so far. It's been working fantastic. So who we got? We got a whole bunch more people in here. We got a whole bunch more people. Welcome everyone. Jammer, Bear. Who else we got? Who else we got? I think that covers everyone. Yo, Tiny, have your live streams later in the day? I usually do. Usually my streams are 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Fridays, but I had an obligation this evening. I have some stuff I got to do around 5 o'clock, so I started a little early today. Definitely did it a little early today.
And white, step by step. This is the exact method I've used for years with consistently beautiful results. This is the process behind my top, most popular video of all time, and it's helped so many people finally get clean, mild tallow at home. So if your tallow has ever turned out darker in color than you wanted, or with a strong, beefy smell, there are a couple of small details likely causing it, and once you see them, it becomes very easy to fix.
I used now my first big major attempt, my first 2 attempts, I used her main video on making tallow, how to make mine, and it turned out really, really good. It did have just a little bit of a beefy smell to it. What did you buy at Buc-ee's? Oh shit, I don't even have time to go grab all the things. I got my new drink jug. I got my new drink jug, number 1. I got my new drink jug. Oh, yeah. Here's the cereal, Benny. Oh, I'll put it back up to full screen so I can show you guys. I'm showing you on the small screen. I bought this hat at Buc-ee's. I got my new drink jug at Buc-ee's. I have a sweatshirt upstairs. We bought Buc-ee's sweatshirts for like the whole family. We literally spent, I think on Buc-ee's on the way back, we dropped like $500. I shit you not. Here is the Meaties cereal. This is literal beef cereal. Beef cereal. So it does have sugar, it does have carbs, so this is keto friendly. Animal-based, keto friendly. It is not carnivore, but I did try out while I was down there, and it's really good. It's really, really good. I also found, you know what? Of all things, I found a beautiful painting to put on the wall of my man cave at a Buc-ee's. Of all places, we went to actual art shops. We went to actual art shops in Gatlinburg. And I couldn't find any nice stuff to put on my wall because I'm trying to decorate. I don't just want this white wall behind me forever. I think I'm going to do some painting in here. We're going to change the colors of this room soon. And I want to get some stuff to hang in the background and decorate my other walls. I got some old metal bar tins and stuff like that I have been hanging up, but really wouldn't work over here. So, of all places, we went to Buc-ee's and I found an actual painting to hang on the wall down here. But Buc-ee's was amazing. It was so good. It was so, so good. Oh, so good.
And one of those details happens earlier in the process than a lot of people expect. And before we get into that, if you would like a collection of DIY home remedy recipes, make sure to check out my free ebook linked down in the description below this video. So when fat gets too hot during the rendering process, that's when it starts to brown. And that is why the wet rendering method works so well. And once you understand this, you can almost predict exactly how your tallow is going to turn out before you even start the process.
I think this is what I did, but I still
control,
feel
there's another
so close,
step that
but
makes
so
an
far
even
away.
bigger difference in how your tallow turns out. And we'll get into that shortly.
I think
So
a
if you
large
keep
part
the
is I don't
process
have a bowl
gentle,
like that.
you're
I need
setting
one of those
yourself
metal
up for
bowls so
better
the water
results.
can pool
Now
underneath
let's
it.
walk through the actual rendering process step by step. This is the wet rendering method that I have been using for years. So step number 1 is add your raw beef fat into your crock pot. Using large pieces is perfectly fine, and I'm going to explain why in a second. Step 2, add plenty of water and a generous sprinkle of salt. The water keeps the temperature gentle and even, and the salt helps draw impurities from the tallow into the water. Step number 3 is heat on low. In my crock pot, I just turn the heat setting on low.
I think I might have
This
cooked
brings
mine
the
for too
temperature to
long.
a gentle simmer, which is perfect for the wet rendering method. And during the rendering process, I do put the lid on my crock pot. That really helps prevent too much water evaporating during the rendering process. I do also keep an eye on the level of water during the rendering
Bear,
process.
it was a phenomenal time. I also just realized my head is blocking the entire screen again. But yeah, meat stock was amazing. Meat stock was truly an amazing experience. Actually, let's refresh the page again. Let's refresh the page. Oh, please, 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 please. No, I should be. Okay, so I am going to be a speaker. Already confirmed. I'm a confirmed speaker at Meat Stock 2027. So they have these 5 spots that just appeared like half an hour ago. One of these should be me on the Meat Stock website. I should be on the main page of the Meat Stock website here in a little bit. I hope. Again, it might not happen. I sent the pictures over and stuff, so we'll see what happens. But woo. Fun trip. Truly fun trip. I had a blast. We had a blast. It was so amazing. We met so many awesome people there. Probably made some lifelong friends. I can't wait. I'm already signed up for Meat Stock 2027. Another thing, I will be going to Hack Your Health. I am going to be doing the Hack Your Health convention that is in Tampa, Florida in November 13th to 15th. If anyone is interested in Hack Your Health, I do have a discount code to get $100 off of tickets, and I would love to see you guys there. I would love to see people there. It's going to be a really, really good time.
Vlogs get uploaded every single day, and most of them are pretty bad.
Wait, this wasn't even what we were watching. We were watching tallow. How do I not go back to the right one?
And I add more if it ever looks like the water's getting too low. Step number 4. Once everything has been rendering for a little while, usually after a few hours, and everything is really nice and soft, use an immersion blender to whiz everything up so it's a nice, smooth, soupy mixture. What this does is it makes it possible to start off with any size pieces of fat.
Hack Your Health is just the newest. It's not carnivore centric, but it's really focused on low carb diet. So keto, ketovore, carnivore. It's about the newest technology in the health fields or fitness fields. Like they're going to have like DEXA scans and all sorts of cool stuff there. HackYourHealth.com should be their website. Check them out. It's in Tampa, Florida in November. I will be there with bells on. My tickets are already confirmed. I will be there this November. And once again, if anyone is interested in going, it's my normal discount code. Code HIGHCAL will get you $100 off tickets. So, yeah, tallow's for using fat as cooking, Rochi. Yep, that's exactly what I use it for. So instead of using oils, I use that instead. And my body reacts a lot better to it. My body definitely reacts better to it.
You can start off with chopping your fat, grinding it, or just big pieces. It doesn't matter. I personally
I'm really
like
excited
to start
about
with
Hack
the
Your
big
Health.
pieces.
That is,
It's so
I think
easy.
Hack Your Health is an even bigger, I think Hack Your Health, makes Meat Stock look very, very small. However, Meat Stock next year, they already had to move Meat Stock for next year. It is no longer going to be in Gatlinburg, which is kind of crushing because Gatlinburg is such an amazing town. But the event is outgrowing the convention center there. There was almost too many people for this year's convention, so they're moving it to Nashville. Next year's Meat Stock will be in Nashville, and if you are interested in that, I will highly recommend. I do not have a discount code for tickets for Meat Stock, but I highly recommend grabbing tickets early if you want them because they will sell out fast. They absolutely will sell out fast at Meat Stock 2027. I think yesterday, the tickets went live yesterday, and I'm pretty sure VIP is already sold out. I think VIP is either sold out or about to be sold out.
And then, at this step, use the immersion blender and it breaks everything up really small It really reduces the time needed for rendering, and it really improves the yield of finished tallow. And that immersion blender step alone can completely change your results, especially if your tallow has seemed to take forever to render or yield very low amounts of tallow in the past. Step number 5, once the rendering process is finished, is to strain everything through
Yeah, like beast mode soap. There's like beast mode soap and stuff like that. It's all tallow based. There's all sorts of tallow based products. So Carrie, Homestead How. The channel Homestead How on YouTube. We watch him all the time. His name is Carrie Man. He is the creator of the Healing Humanity documentary. His daughters own a company that makes like balms and creams for your face and lotions and stuff like that out of tallow, and we got some. It's really good stuff. Really good stuff. They had a booth set up at Meat Stock. Super fun meeting all of them. We got to meet Jen too. It was awesome. Really fun time. But we tried to grab as many stuff as we could from all like the main booths, like all the channels that we watch all the time that had a booth. We tried to grab some stuff for. I got a Healing Humanity shirt. I'm pumped about that. They actually had a Healing Humanity shirt in my size down there.
A metal.
I remember getting all depressed because we got to the Healing Humanity booth and I'm looking through all the t-shirts like, oh, she just heard me say, I don't think they have them for the big boys. She said, oh, you wait 1 second. She said, oh, you wait 1 second. We got shirts for you right under the thing.
Strainer. So the bits of connective tissue and anything that's not tallow or water stays in the strainer above, and the tallow and water go into the bowl down below. But even after you strain it, you're not quite finished, because this next step is really what determines how clean and mild your finished tallow becomes. So take your time here. This stage sets the foundation for everything else. So I'm curious, have you tried rendering tallow before, and what was your experience? Leave me a comment and I'd love to hear. The next step that a lot of people overlook is the purification process. And before we get into that, if you're looking for some easy DIY personal care recipes, make sure to check out my free ebook linked down in the description below this video. So this step is where you refine the tallow after rendering. And by refine, this is a process that is very gentle, completely natural, does not remove anything beneficial, does not damage any nutrients, just helps the tallow become as clean as possible. So step number 1 for this process is, like I mentioned before, straining your fat so that you have your bowl of just tallow and water below, and you've strained all of the connective tissue and anything else.
Forgive me, I'm going to be back and forth between screens for a minute here. I'm trying to upload the weigh-in.
The bowl with the finished tallow and water mixture.
Actually, now that we got a bunch more people in here, anybody curious on the weigh-in? We can watch the weigh-in one more time. We can do one more weigh-in watch. Do one more weigh-in for Jammer, Bear, everyone else who showed up in the meantime. It's Friday, and that means it's time to step on a scale for you again. Meat Stock was a truly amazing experience. However, I did have a lot of dairy while I was there. We tried out Miller Biofarm and a couple other places. I was super inflamed when I came back. My legs were looking like tree trunks again, just the inflammation for being in the car for 13 hours straight. So I have no idea where we're going to end up here, but I'm very curious to see. Powering on the XL 700. Man, I sound just like that guy. Hello, scale. I had some cheese.
It's ready.
We were 427.4 last week. Let's see where we ended up. Hit me, Rochi. What's your idea?
422.2 pounds.
5.2 pounds. I'm going to take that all day. Honestly, with the dairy coming back in, I kind of assumed, if anything, I had gained a couple pounds. But we're down 5.2. So, absolute win.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Scale. Thank you for your service today. Scale was very good today. Scale deserves some recognition. Scale was so. Here's the round of applause for Scale. I am golf clap for Scale. Golf clap for Scale. Pounds away from weighing 412 pounds. Blah, 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 blah. So I say at the end that I'm very close to losing 150 pounds. We don't need to watch all that again. But 5.2 for the week. 5.2 for the week. We aren't fat. We're calorically challenged. Great idea for a t-shirt. That is a solid idea. That is a solid idea for one. I love that. Guys interested in the secrets of the universe? Always. Always. tallow is very similar to our own skin oils and it's very absorbable. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's why they use it for so many balms and stuff like that. We got some really good stuff from Emma the Carnivore down there. Really cool products. I'll tell you what, though, those like tallow skin creams and lotions and stuff like that, the biggest thing I'll say, a little bit goes a long way. It really does.
You can let it solidify on the counter. Once that tallow has solidified, you'll see that all the tallow rises to the top and it solidifies in a nice big round disc. You can pop that off the top and there will be water underneath. Usually from this first rendering step, it's brownish water. Sometimes it's even gelatinous, especially if you kept it in your refrigerator. Just depends on how much connective tissue and collagen came through. But you can discard that water and then you take your tallow cake. You can look at the bottom. You can scrape off any brown discoloration and get rid of that.
I never found that to be the case, Bear. When I was doing the GLP dance, I still had just full massive joint pain inflammation, but it really hasn't come down much since then either. Just a pea size for your hair and face. Yeah, Benny, you do not need much. You do not need much. When we were at the Homestead stand, thank you, Bear. Thank you. When we were at the Homestead stand, we tried some of Emma's little cream there on my hand, and all of a sudden, I realized I was sitting there rubbing this stuff into my hands, and it had been like 3 minutes. I'm like still rubbing it into my hands. I said, "Oh my God, this goes a long way." Just got my new Instapot air fryer. Yes, you're gonna love it, Jammer. You're gonna love it. I air fry and Instapot like everything. Not so much now. I did buy a cast iron recently. I've been using a cast iron quite a bit, but dude, the Instapot air fryers, dude, they make life so easy. They make life easy. They make cleanup easy. It is just a beautiful thing. Beautiful machines. I love them, and you will love them too. I guarantee it. You're getting tired of frying ever? Yeah, I hear you. Just look at the 2022 Nobel Prize for an expert hat proves the universe is not locally real. Even when I think about it, it sends a shiver through my spine. Yeah, we're probably living in a simulation. I've seen a very good argument, or heard very, very good scientifically backed arguments that odds are we're living in a simulation somewhere. I don't know. I've gotten to a point where I don't like thinking too deep about the universe because it just, at the end of it, no matter what outcome I come to, it's kind of depressing. And I don't want to be depressed. It's Friday. Getting tired of frying in a pan? Yeah, I hate frying in a pan. I feel like I have to clean the stovetop like every 2 days when I pan fry stuff. Oh, it's so annoying. Air fryer will change your life, though. Even steak. I'm telling you, you can air fry steak. Do you have Cash App? If so, can you list it? If you look at, yeah, I do. If you go to my profile on YouTube, there will be a link tree. If you go inside the link tree, it will be in there. Cash App will be in the link tree in my bio on YouTube. Actually, let me double check that real quick. I'm pretty sure I updated it. It's either simulation or the mini worlds theory where everything already happened and we're just watching the movie. Yeah. Yep. Well, the odds of everything will happen because everything can happen and the universe is that vast and infinite. So literally every possibility is happening at once somewhere in the universe is like, it's insane. It's insane to think about. Use my air fryer all the time. Love air frying. Let's see. Yep, so if you go right here, if you go on my bio, on my YouTube page, there's a link tree right here. If you click on this link tree, it's going to take you to this page. And down here at the bottom, I got Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. I got all that stuff right down there. All my other channels, my discount codes for you guys. I will add one for Hack Your Health. I'll add that to the link tree probably tomorrow. Let me write that down. And link tree. Guys, I feel like I am getting busy. After meat stock here. I am truly getting busy. I have been nonstop. We have like 4 videos planned for the weekend coming up. We got some sponsor stuff. Guys, never got tired of pan frying in a cast iron skillet. I never got tired of the taste, Benny, or the action of doing it. I got tired of cleaning my stovetop every 2 days. I got tired of my stovetop being blasted with oil every 2 days. So I went to see my sponsors while I was down there. I went to see Salty Provisions and I went to see Salter while I was there. They had huge booths down there. We met Amy and Lauren. Awesome stuff. They're the ones that do all my things for me on that side. Wait till you guys see some of the stuff that Salty Provisions has coming up for seasonings. They are so good. They have a butter salt that's about to come up. I should have a video with it here coming up tomorrow or the next day, I think. It depends if it gets here in time. I know I have some on the way right now, but dude, this butter salt is the best thing I have ever tasted. It tastes like the big Norwegian flaky sea salt, but with like Kerrygold butter mixed into it. It's fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. We're going to have multiple cooking videos over the weekend. We're going to have all sorts of stuff coming up. What else do we got? We're going to talk Hack Your Health. Weigh-in's done. I have another big video I've been working on. Next week, we are going to be working on long forms on YouTube again. Thought what Linktree was. I sent $5. Oh, thank you so much, Jammer. I truly appreciate that. Truly, I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. Use any fat on the cast iron. You should try just season the pan before you wipe all the oil off before putting the steak. I'm telling you, when I cast iron my steaks, Rochi, I just use the smallest little bit of tallow. I use like a little tiny pinch of tallow and just kind of rub it around the pan just to give it a little bit of a layer, and it works really, really good. When I do that, it makes it so the pan cleans up nice and easy. It cooks perfect. So that's really been my go-to, and it seasons it really well too. I actually use the tallow to season the pan too. Thank you again, Jammer. I truly appreciate that. Very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. We got some stuff there. Also, I'm in jeans. I've been wearing jeans again, guys. I've been wearing human being clothes again. I don't know if you noticed that in my videos for Meat Stock. I'm actually wearing human being clothes again. It feels amazing, by the way, because this is what I've existed in. My champion cutoff shirts and mesh shorts. This is all I've worn for 5 years. This is all I've worn for 5 years. It feels so good to be in dress pants and dress shirts and jeans again and actually be comfortable. It feels oh so good. Oh so good. All right, give me 1 sec. I'm just posting the weigh-in over to Facebook. We do have a Facebook now. Do not forget, we do have a Facebook. Facebook, I know, is generally for 40 to 50-year-old moms, so there is that. If everyone ignores Facebook, I completely understand. We got that. I do need to post to Instagram and X while I'm at it. Let's get back to our tallow video. We got a whole bunch of stuff to keep going on here. All right, hold on. Let's close stuff as we watch it. We will actually close stuff as we watch it. Facebook, we're good here. We don't need that. Yeah, Jammer, I'm slowly trying to find my way into some sort of voice acting. I would love to do voice acting, and my wife thinks, here's my wife's idea. My wife thinks I should start by narrating books, doing like book narrations, just real short excerpts on like TikTok and stuff. Like make a new channel and start doing just little book readings and stuff, and then do like a Patreon and see if people are willing to pay for it, maybe try to grow from there. I think that might be the easiest way to do it, but thank you for the compliment, because I've been told numerous times I have a podcast radio voice, so I would love to use it for just that. Speaking of podcasts, my friends, speaking of podcasts, give me 1 moment here, let me find this. We already have the animation made for this. There it is. Do not forget, this is tomorrow, guys. This is tomorrow right here. This is going to be tomorrow. I am on the Meeting Wellness podcast that is going down tomorrow. This will be at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. Christy is a lovely woman. She runs the Meeting Wellness channel, spelled MEATING, Meeting Wellness. And I am so excited to do her show in the morning. So excited to do the show tomorrow. We're going to have an absolute blast. It will be live on her channel. I don't think it's going to be live on mine. So if you guys want to check it out, please come over there. I would love to see some support from you guys. You guys shouting it up in chat would be super awesome. And if not, that works too. But don't forget, 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, we will be live on the Carnivore Weight Loss Podcast with Meeting Wellness. Meeting Wellness. Super excited. One more refresh, guys. One more refresh, please. No! I just want my picture to appear. I have this thing where I told I was going to be a speaker for 2027, but I feel like until I see it on the page, I won't actually believe it. I won't actually believe it. All right, give me 1 second. I am just posting the weigh-in to Instagram real quick. Beef tallow, lots of uses. Yeah, Rochi, it truly has almost unlimited uses. Soap, tallows, face balms, cooking, all sorts of stuff. I own 2 pairs of pants, camouflage, dress slacks, everything else, shorts. 92 today. God damn, dude, I would pay. Here's the thing, Bear. Here's the thing. We get to Tennessee. It has been in the mid-40s, rainy, miserable in Pennsylvania. We left for Gatlinburg. We got to Tennessee. It was 75 degrees with a nice breeze and sunny every single day. Almost not a cloud in the sky the whole time we were there. It's 10 a.m. where? Yes, my local time. 10 a.m. Eastern U.S. 10 a.m. Eastern U.S. tomorrow. It's her normal stream time. She streams very early in the morning. She is actually West Coast. She does it 7 a.m. her time, but it will be 10 a.m. my time. 10 a.m. my time. That will be tomorrow, and I'm not sure how long it goes for. I've seen most of her podcasts go between like an hour to 3 hours, so it'll be somewhere in that range. We should be going for quite a while. But we're going to talk meat stock. We're going to talk weight loss. We're going to talk all sorts of fun stuff. I am very, very excited for it. Very excited. Okay, so yeah, 1,500 for you. Yep, perfect. But yeah, it was 75, not a cloud in the sky, sunny every day. Every single day we were in Tennessee, it was the most gorgeous day you could hope for. And the minute I get back home, it is 43 degrees and raining right now. It's 43 and raining, and my joints are miserable. I had the heat. I think that's honestly why I felt so good in Gatlinburg, is just because it was so warm. Another thing about wearing jeans, etc., versus stretchy pants, you won't realize how much weight you gain. Yeah, Jammer, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right on that. It's so easy when you wear sweatpants and mesh shorts all the time just to constantly fit into them. And so easy to think in the back of your mind, like, oh, I'm not getting that big. I can still wear my mesh shorts. Well, guess what? I'm wearing mesh shorts right now. I have a pair of mesh shorts on. These mesh shorts fit me perfectly when I weighed 560 pounds. These mesh shorts weighed me perfectly when I weighed 500 pounds. These mesh shorts fit me perfectly now that I weigh 422 pounds. They just constantly fit. Stretching cargo right now. The dress pants I got are kind of like a stretchy khaki material. Those are very, very nice. And the jeans I got are just normal jeans, but they are actually comfortable. I know they make jeans for like 600-700 pound people and you are able to get them, but they were never comfortable for me. Here's my other problem is we just spent a pile of money on clothes right before we went to Meat Stock. We went shopping because I needed some new stuff for Meat Stock. And I'm already almost shrunk out of it. I almost already shrunk out of it. So here's the thing is I am just going to wear very loose, very baggy clothes until I hit around 350 pounds. That is my goal. I do not want to go clothes shopping again until 350. I think I could get away with one more clothes shop. I think I can make it to 350, be okay with what I have. It'll be falling off of me. I'm going to have to drill holes in belts and do everything else. King size direct catalog, yes. Yes, king size direct, and then also DXL. Destination XL is phenomenal. They're a little more expensive, but their quality is really, really good. I've noticed everything I have ever bought from DXL, it just lasts forever. It lasts forever. It'll go through the washer a million times and still look just like the day you bought the thing. So expensive, yes, but very, very quality clothes. Very quality clothes. But my problem is I don't want to go shopping every like 50 pounds or 30 or 40 pounds and get clothes that I'm just going to shrink out of in a few months. So I think the next shop is going to be at 350 pounds. I think 350 pounds will be the next one. And then we'll kind of go from there. Yeah, Benny, what is that belt? What is that belt? We need to talk belts. Benny is the belt man. I had it written down on my desk somewhere. Or was it Bucky? I know Bucky likes to talk about belts too. Bucky definitely likes to talk about belts as well. All right, back to the tallow.
Chickens also. And then once you have that tallow cake nicely scraped off, you put that into your clean crock pot.
Actually, let's take a look at that right now. Now, these are just adjustable, right? They don't even have holes. They just ratchet. Yeah. Yeah, this is it right here. This is it, Jammer. Next belt. Ultimate ratchet belt. This is what I need to buy. This is what I need to buy. They're expensive, but I mean, it sounds like a very worthy investment. It definitely sounds like a worthwhile investment. Maybe I should reach out to these guys. This is just the stuff I've added today of things to do for the week. We're getting busy, boys. We're getting busy, man. We're getting busy. Meat Stock has really kicked things off. We are getting extremely busy. But yeah, these belts look really cool. Ratchet belt supermodel. Gotcha. Duty belt. Supermodel. Oh, God. Except cookies, I guess. Americana. Are these clothes? Outdoor rude? Oh, scorecard. Luxury Roland Thomas. Oh my God. How and in what world is a snakeskin belt considered like the luxury? I mean, I guess. I don't know. I've never considered those to look too good, to be honest. Now, that is more my style right there. That is more my style. Are those all mil-spec? It is indeed, Rochi. It is indeed. They are all... Oh, my God. Look at the price tags on these. $229. But you're buying a belt that's going to last you for a long time. You're buying a belt that's going to last a very, very long time. So we're going to check those out. I might reach out to them and see if they want to sponsor by chance. All right, here. We're going to finish the tallow video, I swear.
Add more water, just like before. Fresh, clean water, and another big,
generous
sprinkle of
salt. I love my Bucky's jug, by the way.
And then I add the lid to the crock pot again. Turn it on low.
This is perfect
again,
for my
let
salters.
it come up
This
to a
is
simmer,
absolutely
and once it's
perfect
reached
for my
a simmer,
salters.
I let it simmer for about an hour. After that hour is complete, I go ahead and strain again, this time with my metal strainer, nice and clean, lined with a piece of cheesecloth. So again, anything that was strained out stays in the metal strainer on the cheesecloth, and then you get nice clean tallow and water down below.
I almost
like
just
before,
swallowed
we
a
let this
Zin.
solidify. The tallow will separate and rise to the top. Once it's solidified, you can pop that.
That is the hardest part. What is a Bucky? Right here. Bucky's. Bucky's, of all things, is a gas station. It's like mega gas stations. These places are like miniature cities, Rochi. The one we went to in Virginia, my wife had never been to one. They don't have them locally here where I am. The closest one to me is in Virginia, and it just happened to be on our drive down to Tennessee. The one we went to has 120 gas pumps. Just to show you the size and scale of this place. They have clothes, they have souvenirs, they have cups, they have drinks, they have food, they have beverages, they have jerky, they have dessert, they have everything. They have the cleanest bathrooms you've ever seen. We do. We have multiple Bucky's. Hey, puppy, come here. Come on, get up here. Come on, get up here. Hey, we got a dog. We got a dog. Mr. Kenworth came to say hello. Mr. Pups came to say hello. Hello. Hi. Hi. Yeah, Bubba. Yeah, Bubba. Oh, yeah, it is the most American of things, Rochi. It is the most American of things. Mwah. Mr. Kenworth came to say hi to everybody. He must be lonely. He must be lonely. He was upstairs looking at it. You could tell he was just taking a nap. He's still like all just tired and bummed. And how was your nap? How was your nap? Such a good pup. I missed him so much when we were on the trip. I missed him so much. That was the longest I've ever been away from this dog. I have never been away from this dog for more than 2 days before. 2 days is the longest I'd been away without him. Unfortunately, I would have loved to take him, but I didn't want to just leave him in a hotel room all day because he's not a registered service dog or anything, so I wouldn't have been able to take him to the event. There was a lot of service dogs at the event, though. There was quite a few service dogs. I wanted to pet them. That's always my big problem. I know you're not supposed to touch them. That's like the number one rule of service dogs is you're not supposed to pet them. Man, I want to. I know. I need to trim his claws. I got to trim his claws like crazy. The problem is, you know what the problem is, Jammer, is the quicks. The quicks in his nails grew out really, really far. So I'm like trying to slowly work them back. So I can only get so much off of them. But I'm getting a little bit each week. Like every Thursday, I do a little trim on them. And they're not getting too bad. We're going for lots of walks, too. We're going for lots of walks to kind of wear them down a little bit. I'm just so afraid. Every time I try and take like a decent amount off him, I'm so afraid I'm going to hit that quick and make his toes bleed and make him yelp. And I don't want to hurt my boy. I heard about Sheets. You've heard of Sheets, Roachy? Yeah, Sheets is very close. Sheets is close in scale. Sheets is also massive. You're not supposed to touch George Washington's bed either. Some people will. Some people will let you pet their service dog. You just got to ask them. You just can't go for it. Oh, you get some ear scratches. You want some ear scratches? Yeah, buddy. It's so rare. He rarely comes to jump on stream with me. I love that he's here.
Tallow cake off. At this point, you can look at it. It's usually very clean. Yeah. There's little to no discoloration on the bottom. And at this point, it's ready to use. I like to use it for cooking, for soap making, for skincare, like tallow balm and lots of other things. For storage, you can either keep the tallow cake out in the air to let the water dry and evaporate that way. You can also chunk it up and put it into a double boil.
Yep, Wawa is pretty big too. Wawa has some good stuff. Sheets is pretty good. The thing I love about Sheets, and I'm surprised Buc-ee's doesn't have this. This is one area that Sheets is above Buc-ee's. When you get to a Sheets, there's a big touch screen on the gas pump, and you can literally order your food from the deli. You can do your custom sandwich, your pizza, or whatever kind of food you want to eat. You can order from the deli while you're pumping your gas, and then go inside, and all your food will be sitting there waiting for you, ready, nice and hot. I know a lot about America, much more than the average person here. I bet. You spend enough time around me, we'll turn you into a licensed American.
Melt it down, and you can pour it into jars. If you do this and there's still any water remaining, you'll see a small bead of water collect at the bottom of the tallow when you've melted it down. Just be very careful to not let any water go into your storage jars, and then you'll be fine and you won't have to worry about mold. So this purification...
One thing I've noticed too is when she's taking it out right here, do you guys leave the pump running while you go inside? No, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to finish pumping before you go in. Some people are morons and do it, but it usually says right at the pump. Every gas pump in America has a sign on it that says, do not leave pump unattended while pumping gas. It's like the regulated sign to go on them.
This solidify, the tallow will separate and rise to the top. Once it's solidified, you can pop that tallow cake off.
All it takes is one of those shut-off valves to fail, and next thing you know, you got 200 gallons of diesel sitting in the parking lot. You know what I mean?
You can look at it. It's usually very clean. There's little to no discoloration on the bottom. And at this point, it's ready to use.
You're a very good
I like to use it for cooking, for soap making, for skincare.
Oh, shit. What was I saying? Hold on. I was trying to make a point here. Okay, so when she pulls this out of here, watch when she pulls it out. So when you put it into a metal bowl like that, here, if you take your hand off the hose and it stops immediately, it's so lame. That's how some states are. It's actually different state to state. New York, right across the border from me. If you let off of the pump, it will just stop. You can't lock it on. But my home state in Pennsylvania, you can just click it and it will just fill your whole tank up without even touching it. So I'll set it to pump, and then I'll get they have window washers. They have the little squeegees with window washer fluid, and they have that next to the gas pump. So I'll usually start the pump, and then I'll go clean all the windows, get all the dirt off my windows, and sparkle them up real nice. Clean my headlights off real quick. I have a little ritual I do every time I pump gas.
My metal strainer, nice and clean,
I'll wait for the actual
lined
scene
with a piece
this time.
of cheesecloth. So again, anything that was strained out stays in the metal strainer on the cheesecloth, and then
The
you
double
get
down
nice,
like that
clean
works
tallow
really good.
and water down below. Just like before, we let this solidify. The tallow will separate and rise.
Okay, so right there, when you let it solidify in a bowl like this, you're going to take it and twist it sideways, and all the water is going to come pouring out, and you have a nice separated brick of tallow. and you get rid of all the water, all the wastewater with all the adulterants and other stuff and things you don't want in there. The thing is, the bottom of this disc, and here's what I found with mine. The bottom of this disc does like to retain a little bit of moisture. So I found if you just take like a nice sized butcher's knife, just give the bottom of that brick like a nice scrape. If you give it a big old scrape, all that wet and moisture stuff just comes right off in one go. I found that really helped me when I was making tallow. Really helps you to make sure the moisture is out of there.
To the top. Once it's solidified, you can pop that tallow cake off. At this point, you can look at it. It's usually very clean. There's little to no discoloration on the bottom.
Yep, that side right there.
And at this point, it's ready to use. I like to use it for cooking, for soap making, for skincare, like tallow balm and lots of other things. For storage, you can either keep the tallow cake out in the air to let the water dry and evaporate that way. You can also chunk it up and put it into a double boiler, melt it down, and you can pour it into jars. If you do this and there's still any water remaining, you'll see a small bead of water collect at the bottom of the tallow when you've melted it down. Just be very careful to not let any water go into your storage jars, and then you'll be fine and you won't have to worry about mold. So this purification step that I just talked about can be repeated more than once. I usually just do it once. I find that when you're starting with high quality tallow, one purification step is plenty and it works great.
I'm trying to type with my dog laying on
step
both of
as
my
many
hands
more
right now, and
times
this
as
is
you would
very
like.
difficult.
And that purification process is often where tallow goes from having a beefy smell.
This is the most boring topic I've ever seen. Sorry. Yeah, this one's close to home. I really like this one because I do make my own tallow. I know a lot of folks in here have been trying to make tallow. We can find some better stuff to watch, though. We can find some better stuff. Let's refresh the page, see if I'm here. No! All right, let's check this one out. We got every viral TikTok life hack. Will Tennyson's going to try them out. Give me 1 second, puppy. You just got to move real quick so I can use the keyboard. If you guys are ever, like Jammer just said, if you guys are ever super bored with what you're watching, no, by all means, if you guys are super bored with what you're watching, I'm here for entertainment for you guys, man. I'm here for entertainment for you guys. I kind of showcased everything I wanted to showcase from that video anyway. That was the biggest thing I wanted to talk about, is how you scrape the bottom of that disc when you're done, because that's the way to get the purest tallow. Carnivore weight loss, meat stock, motivation, voice, and journey. If you have ever tried to type a rounded chihuahua, it is very hard. It is very difficult. It is very difficult. All right, let's check this one out.
But some of them are life hacks.
Oh, there we go.
34 million TikToks get uploaded every single day, and most...
That explains why no one watches my TikToks, because there are 34 million a day being posted. How do you compete in that environment? How do you compete in an environment that big? It's crazy.
Are pretty bad.
You watch Will? I love
But
Will
some
Tennyson.
of them
He's
are life
great.
hacks that are supposed to be life-changing. So for the next 24 hours, I'm going to be putting the most popular ones to the test.
Why the hell is he going spread eagle, though?
Yours, or if they're just a complete waste of time. Starting with the viral Korean rice face mask.
My 63-year-old mom always says true beauty.
TikTok does rot the brain.
Today we're making the viral.
I post every video I make gets posted to TikTok. I never sit there and watch TikToks. I can't do it. I can't do it. It hurts my brain. There are people doing the opposite of what I'm doing. There are people literally doing the opposite of what I'm doing. I'm trying to improve my health and get healthier. There are people who are forcing themselves to eat 10,000 calories a day on TikTok to get as fat as they possibly can. There are literally people on TikTok doing that. James Bola. You ever want to be disgusted with life? Go look up James Bola. Look into his story and you tell me who. I have now reached out to James Bola like 5 times. I want to help him. I truly want to help James Bola turn his life around, because if I can do it, he can do it. And he's not at rock bottom yet. But James Bola, if you ever see this, you are heading towards rock bottom, my friend, and I want to help you. I'm not saying this to be mean, but we can fix what's going on, brother. Just be yourself, don't lie, and your channel will soar up. That's my play. That is my plan. That is my plan.
Korean rice.
Stick to myself,
Cook the
stick to my
rice
style,
until
and
it
go
reaches
from there.
This creamy porridge-like consistency. Put the cooked rice into a blender.
I mean, that's honestly, that's the biggest thing. I'm not trying to be this or be that. I'm just trying to tell my story of losing weight. That's all I want to do. If I can share my story of losing weight and I can convince maybe a handful of people to go out and also lose weight and work on getting healthier, then I have succeeded. That's all I want to do.
Blend until silky smooth and add 1 tablespoon of raw honey. Apply for 15 minutes and rinse off to get that glow.
Look, I feel like my face would just instantly break out if I put this on there. I feel like my face would just break out.
I'm matching the mom and the daughter. So cute. It's like I'm part of the family. I'm also low-key terrified about the amount of carbs in this thing. So hopefully I don't absorb any of it. So this took quite a long time to make. So hopefully it works. And if it works, this is quite the hack because facials can be pretty expensive. And I mean, this is just white rice. So this is very cheap. A little rice to wake up looking nice. True beauty starts in the kitchen, a Korean mom once said.
Not for the videos that we see, but the great conversations. Well, thank you.
That I have to apply.
We do have some really good talks in here.
To look good, you know?
We do have some really good talks.
My skin's already dancing a little bit. I think my skin's happy with all the...
I feel like half the time we're even talking in here, it's just me yammering away and the video's just kind of playing in the background anyway. It's not even transformative content. It's just kind of background noise at that point.
And the sugar from the honey. Why did their face mask just look so much better than mine? What the heck? The mask is
that looks like a porn gone wrong.
I look like I got hit.
That looks like a porn film gone wrong.
If that's something that they track, I don't know. But we're supposed to leave the mask on for 15 minutes for a brighter and even skin tone. So let's get it. If this mask is teaching me anything, it's that I need to get a frickin' tan, man. Like, I'm blending into this thing way more than I'd like to because I don't know where the mask ends.
Not to be a pain, but on my TV, there are comments behind the live stream comments.
It's a tasty mask.
Oh, like this one here?
So I just sat there.
I can move this over to this side. Does that help?
Getting carb loaded, which is maybe why my skin could be brighter.
Let me know if that's a little better for you. I can put it both on the same side. Actually, we only have YouTube chatters right now. I'm going to shrink this down.
Despite a
very awesome. I'm going to shrink that down as well. So the main reason I have the one on screen is because I'm also live on Kick and Twitch right now. So one of the big rules on Twitch is you can't simultaneously have all the chats together speaking to each other. So I usually have that one on screen because that one on screen shows all 3 platforms chats at once. So if people are talking on Kick, YouTube can see it, or if people are on Twitch, they can see the YouTube chat. But right now we only have people on YouTube, so I can shrink that right down. We don't even need that block in the way.
Hair right now, looking at the before and after, there is a massive difference in my skin. It looks smoother, it looks healthier, it looks more vibrant.
Wow, it actually
just looks all around better. So Korean rice mask, I approve of this hack.
Next up, free Chick-fil-A.
Next time you go to Chick-fil-A, go at like 10:35 a.m. because if you order lunch, they're gonna include the leftover breakfast for free.
Not 10:30, not 10:40.
10:35.
10:35. Also, don't forget
they're actually building the first Chick-fil-A in my area right now.
As you can see, I'm not very confident in this.
It is under construction. They're doing all the excavation right now. They're doing the excavation
but realistically, he probably got free breakfast because he or she.
And of course, these people know what they're doing. Of course, they're putting the Chick-fil-A right next to my gym. Very unkind. Very unkind.
The counter thought you were cute. Like, I'd give you free breakfast. They always say there's no such thing as free lunch. But this is...
We're kind of also getting close to maybe just streaming on YouTube again. We have not had an authentic Twitch or Kick chatter in like probably 7 streams now. We have not had anybody stop by on either of those platforms. So we might just go back to YouTube only. I think that'll be a lot easier. Then we don't even have to worry about having the on-screen chat or any of that stuff. We might be doing that. We'll see what happens, though. We'll give it probably another 5 streams to see if the other sides of the equation can grow a little bit. But it's kind of looking like YouTube's going to be the play. YouTube only will be the play.
The comments on whether or not this hack actually works is pretty divided. At Chick-fil-A, breakfast ends at 10:30 a.m., making 10:35 that sweet spot time to get rid of leftover breakfast. It's 10:33.
This sounds like some hokum to me.
Walked in, so I think other people know about this too. The only way that this works for me is that if they feel bad for me,
Or if they think
YouTube does recommend your content to new people a lot more. It really does. It really does. And it's like all you have to do is be put on the main page. Like, I think we actually got put on a main page one day because there was one stream probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Like 2 or 3 weeks ago that I looked at the analytics of the stream after, and we ended up having like 150 different people come through that stream. We got like 150 views on one of those streams. It was crazy.
Thank you.
As you can see, I was being super nice to hopefully get something extra on my tray. I ordered grilled nuggets, waffle fries, and a Coke Zero, and they gave me...
Thank you very much. The guy is out here getting free breakfast, and if I even get a single napkin in my bag...
YouTube is the father and the mother.
Exactly what I ordered.
It is, it is. You'd think that Twitch would be, I mean, Twitch is a bigger streaming platform for sure. Twitch is definitely a bigger platform for sure when it comes to live streams, but growing organically on Twitch is incredibly difficult because the level of competition over there is just insane. Just remember, a Chick-fil-A sandwich has 40 ingredients, one the anti-foaming compound used in silly putty. Hey, Betty. You ever thought about how C4 is actually just serious putty? There is serious putty too. There is the other end of the equation with the silly putty. Dude, the Slinky? Oh my God, I haven't owned a Slinky since like 1995. I think 95 was probably the last time I had a Slinky. I had one of the glow-in-the-dark ones. You turn all the lights off and watch that thing go flying down the stairs. Oh, it was so cool.
I can't see it lasting. This hack is a bust.
Next up, the Navy SEAL nap.
I'm going to show you the Navy SEAL-inspired power napping technique that many of our elite forces swear
Yep, the yo-yo. I used to be able to walk the dog. That was all I could do. I could walk the dog, and that was really the only trick I could make work.
A Navy SEAL-inspired power napping technique sounds pretty gangster, man. Like, this isn't just a nap. This is a Navy SEAL nap. This is a nap with purpose. And I'm the type of person where I always feel sleep deprived. I always feel like I need another hour, and I don't get it. So
nearest Chick-fil-A's in the UK sounds about right.
Especially because it's only 10 minutes, and we all have 10 minutes in the day. Now, I have no idea.
How far is it for you to travel to the UK, Rochi?
So a
few hours, probably? 3-4 hours?
What else takes 10 minutes to work? Amphetamines. I'm just kidding. All right. It feels weird doing this when I'm right beside a wonderfully comfy bed. Do I look like a Navy SEAL? I'm just picturing my legs are up on like the edge of a boat with a group of us on a bunch of waves. So all I gotta do now is nap. I think I can do that. Okay, we're gonna start the timer. 3, 2, 1.
There's no way I could take a nap like that.
I pretty much instantly fell into such a nice state of relaxation, and considering my head was on hardwood floor, I was surprisingly comfortable. I really have no idea how this works, so I'll let our doctor explain.
Laying in this position for 10 minutes with your legs
24-hour drive without stopping? God
it's
damn.
Going to reduce swelling in your legs as well as return blood
Oh,
flow to your core.
yeah, because you got to go. Never mind. I was thinking like a flight. I was thinking a flight would probably hop right over the ocean there. But yeah, by car, you got to drive what? You got to go through Spain, into France. You go through France and then take the tunnel over probably? I assume you take the tunnel over?
Which are going to trigger relaxation. Second, by limiting the time to 10 minutes, you're going to wake up during the light phase of sleep and therefore wake up feeling refreshed.
Whoa. I don't think I have ever fallen asleep that fast in my entire life. And I do feel pretty well rested right now. Like I slept for 45 minutes and I only slept for 10. So that's a small win. So Navy SEAL power nap. Hack approved.
Interesting.
Next up, the Chipotle hack.
This has
where they
to
load
be
the car in
invention
a
of
train and
brain
take it? Nice.
Too much time and THC. Regardless, though, this is something
under
that
the water.
everyone should
Yeah, I've seen the
try
tunnel before. It looks
if
really
all your
cool.
plans that day have fallen
I didn't know it was a train though that you load cars onto. I thought they actually you drove through
He
it.
probably just doesn't like Chipotle to go this far.
It's probably a lot easier. You would assume since they put it on a train like that, it's probably just to prevent accidents. You imagine you get a nasty accident down there, it's going to back the traffic up. Amtrak, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love trains. They actually have, no, you can't drive. Gotcha. Yeah. I'm assuming to prevent accidents. There is the biggest steam-powered locomotive is actually going to be traveling across the U.S. here in next month. Next month, the biggest steam-powered locomotive in the U.S. will be traveling cross-country, and it's coming to a town called Owego, New York, which is, well, it's within reasonable driving distance for me. And I am absolutely going to go see this train. I am 100% going to go see this train.
Let's get building this burrito. Not bad. It's taking me back to my high school days. I think that this into the pan is probably the most genius Chipotle hack move I have ever seen.
The train carriages are actually sealed and have air supply because the tunnel can't be kept vented the whole way. Interesting.
Slide that right into the cheese.
Oh. You should start streaming in 5 minutes. I know, dude. I'm bummed we have to end early. Today, but again, it's a very close friend of mine that I get to spend some time with today, so. Insta's already thumping. Give me 1 second. I gotta post the way into X. I think I'm done. Facebook's done. TikTok's done. YouTube's done. Instagram's done. X.
It's starting to get a little
X and Rumble.
brown on the cheese.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm starting to not care so much about Rumble either. I'm starting not to care about Rumble so much. Remember the old black and white TV commercials for Good and Plenty Candy in 1960s maybe? Little boy's name was Choo Choo Charlie with a train in the background? I don't, but we should look for that real quick. We should look for that. Boo-doo-boo. Choo Choo Charles? There we go. We found it.
Once upon a time there was an engineer. Choo-choo Charlie was his name, we hear. He had an engine and he sure had fun. He's good and plenty candy to make his train run.
Charlie says, love my good and
This is a bop.
Charlie
This is a bop.
says, really rings the bell. Charlie says, love my good and plenty. Don't know any other candy that I love so well.
That was good. I've actually never seen that before. That's good, though. I like it. That is an actual bop. Rumble never had a chance against Google. Are you kidding? Not even close. And guess who has the most advanced AI? Yeah, dude. Rumble doesn't stand a chance. Rumble is literally just added a shorts platform like a few weeks ago, and it is, from the perspective of trying to post stuff, it is the worst user interface I have ever encountered in my life. It's so bad. I think my highest viewed video on Rumble has maybe like 32 views, and I've been posting there for like 6 months. So I'm probably going to stop posting on Rumble before too long. Maybe not. I'll probably keep posting there. I know that was awesome, Jammer. Good call on that. Good call. But yeah, Rumble trying to compete with YouTube, man, it's throwing a toothpick at a train. It's literally throwing a toothpick at a train.
Making me act up a little. Oh, this is gonna be good. Moment of truth, baby. Here we go.
But it's also like the only competition for long form content. I know there's other ones that you've probably never heard of. I'm sure there's like 20 or 30 other ones that people have tried to make. But Rumble is specifically trying to compete with YouTube's long form videos. Because when you're talking short content, when you're talking vertical shorts, there's plenty of platforms that beat YouTube. TikTok, Instagram, they're far surpassing what YouTube can do with shorts. Facebook tried as well. Facebook's still good though. Facebook still is really, really good for especially like weight loss journeys and the stuff I'm doing. I've had a really hard time growing on Facebook, but we are starting to get a following. We've gained about 100 followers on Facebook in the last 2 months, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's huge. That's huge because it's really hard to grow over there. It's definitely really hard to grow over there.
Here we go.
Woo.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
All right, so honest question. Now that we have quite a few people in here, honest question. Honest question about the stream schedule. How are you guys feeling about the later streams? Do you guys like the 4 p.m. streams? Because I'm considering... Rumble is great if you suffer from wrongthink. You're not. You're completely right there, buddy. You're completely right. They have much higher levels of freedom of speech over there for sure. And that's why I do like Rumble, but trying to grow there is like... If you're not involved in politics, you're probably never going to grow on Rumble. That's all Rumble is politics. Politics and like very light levels of gaming. Outside of that, there's like nothing else that gets traction there. Honest question, though, let me know. How do you guys feel about the later streams? I think the 4 to 8 p.m. block, again, today doesn't count. Today's a very early short stream just because things kind of got mixed up for the evening. But I'm also thinking about moving Mondays to 4 p.m. I'm curious what you guys think about that. Or if you want me to leave Mondays at the noon to 4. We'll still do one middle of the day stream. But we're seeing a lot more people. When we do these afternoon ones, Fridays maybe at 7 p.m. We could do that. Yeah, that would probably be a good call. Move Fridays to even later. 1600, that's 4 p.m. Yeah, that's 4 p.m. Is that for me? Well, I think on Fridays, see, the thing is, Jammer, normally on Fridays, again, today I'm ending short just because I got a bunch of stuff to do. But normally on Fridays, I do go 4 to 8 p.m. Eastern. I do 4 to 8 p.m. Eastern, so I am live during that 7 time. That's 2100 here? Yeah. 21 there, so you're like 9 p.m. there. But I think the later streams are going really good. I think going into next week, I'm still going to leave Monday at noon Eastern. We'll do one middle of the day stream, and then Wednesdays and Fridays will still be evenings. Thursdays, I can't. I can't stream on Thursdays. I have other stuff every Thursday night that I can't do. Still okay for EU viewership? Yeah, I think so. People trying to fall asleep and stuff like that. So I think going into next week, we're going to keep the Monday stream at noon Eastern, and then we'll do 4 to 8 p.m. Wednesdays, and then Fridays we'll also do 4 to 8 p.m. We'll still do 4 to 8 p.m. Probably later. I want to start going longer on Fridays. I'm thinking almost maybe doing like 4 p.m. to like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. on Fridays. However, on that note, we are going to be ending here shortly because I got to start getting ready. We got a whole bunch of stuff to do this evening. Dear friend to hang out with. We got to do some grocery shopping. Then I have to be up bright and early. Do not forget, we do have... Oops. That's not what I was looking for. There we go. We do have the Meeting Wellness podcast tomorrow morning. We will be live tomorrow with Christy on Meeting Wellness. Do not forget that. We are going to call it there. Jammer, thank you so much for the dono. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Rochi, Benny, Bear, everyone else who's hanging out here. Bucky, if you're here, whoever's lurking, you all are beautiful, beautiful human beings. You guys truly keep me motivated. Pumped. I'm pumped, man. The streams are going really, really good. So we're going to keep it going, keep pushing, and go from there. Like I said, we'll probably start extending out later into the evening. We'll probably start... Hi, Beth. Bye, Beth. It's nice to see you. Yeah, sleep well, Roach. You guys have an amazing weekend. Like I said, I will have a bunch of videos out over the weekend for you guys. I'm going to do a whole bunch of cooking stuff, recipe stuff. We're going to talk about the Hack Your Health Conference a little bit more. We're going to get the word out on that one because I would love to see some of you guys there if possible. And yeah, so we'll go from there. You guys have an amazing night. Have an amazing weekend. Be well fed, get some good sleep, stay hydrated, friends, and we'll talk to you Monday.